everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Lions going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the quarterback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Four down. Here we go now. Green, 39. 96, Mike, 96. Let's go, D. All right, now, look at 56. Gun. Set. Green, 39.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On now the Miami field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Brenza's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, after watching that throw and catch on that corner route, you just have to know they put some time in working on it, haven't they?
Practice makes perfect. Worked out well there. Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Malik Jackson is very steady and awfully productive.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Let's go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So the offense has it first and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Their big tight end. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because
and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more line really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. In the red zone this time. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll go with a keeper. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh,
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated. They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games, but you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it, and I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the back goes into motion.
Switch. Over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Halfback sent in motion.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw. Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you, and if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past it, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough third down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright, but he got it to go.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
And the wide out in motion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And the slot man goes in motion left. And on the ground they go with a running back. Uses this stiff arm. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd down now following the run. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's make these babies cry. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. Jim. Mike 96. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. 40.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Watch it now, Barney. 40. Let's go. Green 39.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Brins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go. Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll run it here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Defense showing blitz. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They come up in an offset eye.
Hey, we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Now let's go. Here we go. Blue Lightning. Detroit.
Now back to throw. That's caught at the 1. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Their big tight end. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second down now after the incompletion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, surveying the field. And his throw is incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Come on now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hurry up, here we go.
And he motions the wide receiver.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Detroit. And they're definitely showing blitz here. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go now. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
22 yards on the pickup there. And the Lions are going to have a first.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come up in an offset eye.
Watch it now, Barney.
He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll give it here to his running back. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Got to try it here. He's back, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right, here we go. Mike 96, Mike.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down following the run.
Single slot.
Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Out to his left. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. A 3rd down. He tried to stay in bounds. Did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got some decisions to make now. In field goal range already. How do you play this out?
You check with your kicker to make sure the spot that he told you that he wants it is still the same as the game is going on, because sometimes the kickers have to make adjustments. They may all of a sudden become more confident about their range and their spot. They may become less confident about it. Where do you want it, and what is the range that we need to get into for you to kick the one through the post for us to win it?
So this game possibly could end on the foot of the kicker here in overtime. 2nd down, just 1 yard to go. Grind with a tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Shipped together here from the D-line. It's a quarter, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got into overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Detroit, they close out this first half at a very solid 6.
It's in my bones, it's in my soul. You're never gonna break me down, oh no. I've got gold running through my veins. One shot to the heart, no I won't drop. You're never gonna slow